Welcome to the YouTube channel Last Minute Preparation. So in this video we'll discuss about the concept of eigenvalues or what is a characteristic equation and stuff like that. Right? So let's get started.
पढ़ाई लिखाई में ध्यान लगाओ, IAS बनो और देश को संभालो।
So before starting the video or getting deep into the topic, let us understand that a characteristic equation or finding eigenvalues is only possible for a square matrix, right? So let us first write it down. It is only possible for a square matrix. Since eigenvalues and characteristic equation completely deals with determinant, and you know that determinant is only, you can only find the determinant for a square matrix. So eigenvalues are also possible only for a square matrix. Right? If you have a matrix M, a square matrix M, minus lambda times I into n cross n. Since it is a square matrix, the number of rows and columns are equal. So this is the characteristic equation, and the lambda here is called the characteristic parameter. Right? So if you take the determinant m minus lambda I for this characteristic equation, so this is called as characteristic polynomial. And if you equate this characteristic polynomial to 0, then it is called as characteristic equation. So equating a characteristic polynomial to 0, this is called as characteristic equation. Like I'll be getting a characteristic equation if I do this. Right? So I here is a matrix, an identity matrix, which is of the same order of the matrix M. So in this video we'll be discussing how do you find characteristic equation and how do you find the eigenvalues for a 2x2 matrix. And in the next video, that is a part 2 video, we'll be discussing how you find the eigenvalues and characteristic equation for a 3x3 matrix. Okay. So firstly, we'll find out for a 2x2 matrix. Matrix here in the sense a square matrix all the time. Okay. So let us take a square matrix M, 2, 4, 5, 3, right? So if you take this square matrix M, and I wanted to find the characteristic equation for this. So the characteristic equation is represented like this. So this is M. So the determinant two, 4, 5, 3 minus lambda times minus lambda times 1 0 0 1. So I have to equate this equation to equal to 0, right? So that will be equal to 2 minus lambda 4 5 1 minus 3 minus lambda, equating this determinant equal to 0. Right, so that is equal to 2 minus lambda, so I am multiplying 2 minus lambda into 3 minus lambda minus 5 into 4, 3 minus lambda minus 4 into 5. So this is equal to 0. So simplifying this, I will get a characteristic equation, right? So that is equal to 6 minus 2 lambda minus 3 lambda plus lambda square minus 20 is equal to 0. So that is equal to lambda square minus 5 lambda minus 14 is equal to 0. So simplifying it further, as I said you before, this is called as the characteristic equation, right? So simplifying this, and to find out the values of lambda, we'll have to solve this quadratic equation. So lambda square plus 2 lambda minus 7 lambda, I'm splitting this minus 5 lambda minus 14 equal to 0. So lambda into lambda plus 2 minus 7 into lambda plus 2 is equal to 0. Lambda minus 7 lambda lambda plus 2 is equal to 0. So the values of lambda are minus 2 and 7, right? So these values are called as eigenvalues. Lambda values are called as eigenvalues. So we have some properties for a 2 cross 2 matrix. So here we got the characteristic equation, right? So if you see any 2 cross 2 matrix, you can actually build a characteristic equation just by looking at the matrix. I'll tell you how. So if you have a 2 cross 2 matrix, the shortcut representation for a 2 cross 2 matrix will be lambda square minus the trace of the matrix into lambda minus the determinant of that matrix equated to 0. So this is the shortcut, and if you see a matrix M, you can actually find the characteristic equation by just finding the trace and the determinant of that matrix. So if you see the matrix here is given this. So the trace of the matrix is 2 plus 3. How do you find the trace of a matrix? You just add all the elements in the diagonal. So here the diagonal elements are 2 and 3. So if you add the elements 2 and 3, the sum is equal to 2 plus 3, that is equal to 5, right? So you put that lambda square minus the trace of the matrix was 5 lambda, right? So now we have to find the determinant of the matrix. So the determinant will be equal to 2 into 3, that is equal to 6, minus 5 into 4 is equal to 20, so that is equal to negative 14. So I've put negative 14 here. So this is how you find the characteristic equation. There are a few properties for a 2 cross 2 characteristic equation. So if you add the two eigenvalues, that is lambda 1 and lambda 2, it is equal to the trace of the matrix, right? If you add the two values, that is minus 2 and 7, so minus 2 plus 7 is equal to 5, and the trace of the matrix, that is 2 plus 3, is also equal to 5, right? So if you multiply the eigenvalues, that is lambda 1 and lambda 2, you should get the determinant of the matrix, right? So what are the eigenvalues? Minus 2 and 7. So if you multiply minus 2 and 7, you will get minus 40. So this minus 14 should be equal to the determinant. Since we have found out the determinant here, the determinant of the matrix is also equal to minus 14, right? So the sum of the eigenvalues is equal to the trace of the matrix, and the product of the eigenvalues is equal to the determinant of the matrix, right? And there are a few more properties like this. The third property is that so if you have a matrix of n order, so for example, say if there's a matrix, a 3 cross 3 matrix, then you'll get 3 eigenvalues. If you have a 5 cross 5 matrix, then you'll get 5 eigenvalues. So if there is a matrix with n rows and n columns, then you'll get n eigenvalues. So the order of the matrix is equal to the number of eigenvalues. So the number of eigenvalues is determined by the number of the order of the matrix, right? The fourth property is that you have a matrix M and you multiply the matrix M with itself k times, that is m raised to the power k. Then the eigenvalues that you find for this matrix should also be raised to the power k. So if it's a matrix of n order, then you'll get n eigenvalues and every eigenvalue is raised to the power k. And the fifth property is that if you multiply the scalar quantity with the matrix M, if you multiply the scalar quantity with the matrix M and of n cross n order, so you'll have n eigenvalues, right? Then each eigenvalue is also multiplied with scalar quantity, that is k times lambda 1, k times lambda 2, dot 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 till k times lambda n. So if you multiply the scalar quantity with the matrix, then the eigenvalues are also multiplied with the scalar quantity, and if you multiply the matrix with itself k times, then the lambda values or the eigenvalues are also multiplied with itself k times, that is they are raised to the same power k, right? So for a singular matrix, the sixth property is that for a singular matrix is nothing but a matrix where the determinant of the matrix is equal to 0. So if the determinant of the matrix is equal to 0, say if the determinant is equal to 0, then either of the eigenvalues should be equal to 0. That is the least possible condition, because we know that determinant of M is equal to, in the previous case what we have seen is that it is the product of lambda 1 and lambda 2, that is the two eigenvalues. So if the determinant is equal to 0, then either lambda 1 or lambda 2 should also be equal to 0. At least one eigenvalue should be equal to 0. Either lambda 1 should be equal to 0 or lambda 2 should be equal to 0, right? So either one eigenvalue should be equal to 0. Right? So these are the general properties for eigenvalues in characteristic equation, and in the next video we will be finding the characteristic equation and the eigenvalues for a 3 cross 3 matrix, right? So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.